Hudson and his twin sister snuck in right before Christmas in December 2013. You were looking at these perfect children and you get this phone call that your child has a disease and you need to come in. He went on a medical beverage, a formula that he would ultimately be on for the rest of his life or until there hopefully is a cure.
I think you're immediately hit with all of the restrictions, all of the things that you had hoped for, and you find yourself wondering whether or not it's going to be possible.
For the rest of his life, we have to weigh and measure everything he eats. You know, protective mama bear would come out and go just ballistic if anyone messed with Hudson's food or drink, and I just so badly didn't want anything to happen to him.
When you're a teenager, you really don't like feeling different, and PKU makes you feel very, very different.
PKU is an inherited disorder that involves a problem with protein metabolism. Individuals have trouble metabolizing a very specific part of protein, a specific amino acid, phenylalanine. The elevated blood phenylalanine actually damages the brain, and so it's important from a treatment standpoint to try to reduce the phenylalanine levels in the body as much as possible to try to prevent the brain problems. And we treat them initially with a dietary therapy that reduces their intake of phenylalanine.
Foods that I can't eat include pizza, hamburgers, fish and steak, milk, chocolate milk, ice cream. You're hungry. When you have PKU, you're hungry pretty much all the time.
Dietary therapy alone is very difficult for many people, the majority of people, to keep their blood fees down where they need to be.
I was diagnosed at birth. They put me on a formula right away at birth. Then I went pretty much completely off my diet as my late teens, early 20s. And that was a big mistake. And that's partially how I have some of my problems, is how I lost track of my diet. I've got a lot of neurological problems. I've had multiple seizures. My muscles shake. I don't know, basically my neurological system is shot from being off diet.
A lot of our teens and adults are no longer on dietary therapy because it is so difficult to do every single day for the rest of your life.
Sometimes it really frustrates me, and I bet that's the same for all the other kids that want a cure too.
The existing therapy is not good enough. Quite a few people whose blood phenylalanine start to elevate over time is that we do start to see more significant problems with attention issues, mood, being able to carry out complex instructions and tasks. And almost everybody with PKU, even if they're in quite good control, we find some abnormalities on the pictures that we get of the brain. Primarily, the most common thing that we see is that the white matter, which is sort of the wires that connect all the different parts of your brain, seems to be abnormal in its consistency, if you will.
NPKUA is funding brain study research, and we know that even on diet, there's differences in the brain. There's differences in the white and the gray matter. And as a parent, that concerns you.
I don't want him to be limited in everything in his life. And I think that I can already see the sadness on his face when I say, no, you can't, no, we can't have that, it's not good for your tummy.
I would like my friends not to feel hungry anymore.
Your investment here tonight will help us fund the most promising peer-reviewed research that will lead to new therapy discoveries and an eventual cure for PKU. PKU is largely a disease about limits. Its effects can put severe limits on a person's ability to develop, function, and thrive. Help us face fewer limits and brighter possibilities for the future.
Please help us
Lift the limits.
By PKU.